Good evening and welcome to this episode of Breaking News. My name is David Corcoran and this is April the 23rd. We are now in the closing stages of the year, our Toastmasters year, and what a fine year it has been. And tonight I have some very special guests who have really been able to help their clubs strategically succeed and are already at the top of the DCP ladder. And as we near closer also to our conference time, we'll be able to celebrate not only them, but also others who have achieved DC Point success. And you may be wondering, what is the DCP program, you should say? And this is the club program that helps people be distinguished and certainly looks at instilling all the Toastmasters values that we have and being able to recognize what makes an effective club work. But before we get there, let's introduce just a couple of other things. We have, of course, our district109.org website, and we're keeping this up to date. So that means that if you are looking more for the latest Toastmasters magazines, news, or just staying in touch with what's happening around the district, do go to that website, district109.org. Likewise, we have our conference coming up very shortly in Milan. So this is abetterme.org. You can see there. In last episode, you may remember I had Tarek, who was the PR manager, on to share a little bit more about the conference with us. So if you haven't registered, please do. I'm not sure if the early bird is still open, but certainly you should register for the conference, both digitally if you cannot be there in person like me, or perhaps you are going to be there in person, of course, and you want to look at the different packages and combinations that are available. So that's abetterme.org. So really do stay in touch with that. And as I said before, tonight we have four very special guests from clubs that I'll introduce shortly. And in thinking about, I was in touch with Margarita Broadbeck, our program quality director during the week, who mentioned that, yes, we have many clubs who are on that journey, on that path towards DCP success. We start now with clubs that have already, at this point, achieved 5 points. So congratulations to these clubs that you see on screen who are really making strides to make their club a vibrant and happy place in order for people to develop and to obviously have a good time as well. So we see many clubs there already with 5 DCP points. We have clubs with 7 points, and you see here a longer list of clubs here. So already these clubs that are 3/4 almost of the way there in the DCP program. And I'm sure, like many clubs, maybe it's just that 1, 2, there's 2 or 3 points there to go. It may be that you need more new members getting through level 1, or you may need some of those advanced Toastmasters achieving level 4 or level 5 or higher in your club as well. So hopefully by the end of the year, some of these clubs in 2 months' time will be higher in their points there as well. And we wish them every good luck and success along their journey. Finally, too, we have clubs that have achieved 9+ points. So you see here a smaller select group of those who are President's Distinguished at the moment. They may have 9, they may already have 10. And our guests tonight have actually achieved 10 out of 10 in their club success. So we're going to bring them on in a moment just to share some of their strategic highlights, how they've gone and approached this journey towards 10 points. But certainly all the clubs that you've seen here, and really as well as any clubs that are currently getting 1, 2 points, it doesn't matter where you are. And this DCP program is really designed to help you to be a successful club, to be able to shine and to make sure that we instill that Toastmasters spirit that started nearly 100 years ago. We're almost approaching our 100-year anniversary of Toastmasters. So it's really a good time to be in Toastmasters and to celebrate the way in which, as an organization, that we've grown. And those values have been right there from the beginning. So we wish all of our clubs that are on their way towards distinguished club success, further. So hopefully in 2 months' time or next month in Milan, Margarita, our program quality director, will be able to announce a full list of those who have achieved those numbers and perhaps more. So as I said, tonight we want to speak to a panel discussion. We've got some questions. So I'd like to bring on Toastmaster Vanessa, Toastmaster Paolo, Toastmaster Paco, and Toastmaster Catalina. 4 clubs, 4 leaders. So they're going to tell us a little bit in a moment about them. But welcome to all of you Breaking News. Thanks for joining me tonight.
Thank you, David.
Thank you for having us, David.
And I really appreciate it. It's a Sunday evening, and I know Paco with me here in Vienna has run the marathon today. So maybe you've also had busy days, but thank you definitely for joining me. So I'd like to ask each of you just to introduce yourself, your club, and what your role has been this year as a leader in the club. And you might want to share, where you're located, of course, and any other sort of demographic detail that suits you. So Vanessa, may I ask you to go first?
Yeah, sure. Hello, I am from Zurichberg Toastmasters Club. We are located in Zurich, and the club has been founded in 2008, so it has been around for 15 years. And my role last year and this year currently, it is VP Education.
Okay, wonderful, great. Paolo, what about you?
Yes, thank you. I'm Paolo Ghivarello from Toastmaster Torino. Toastmaster Torino is a mature club. We have almost 40 members. This March, we celebrated our 10th anniversary since our charter with a nice party at a golf course here in the city. And we have diverse membership because we have retired people, we have new graduates, we have first job entrepreneurs, and great cauldron of idea and energy. And this is the great challenge for our VPE for managing the agenda. Okay. Up until March, just to say something more, up until March, our location was a shared hub here in town. But since April, we have been in the headquarters of our member that host us in their meeting room. But we have also hybrids because we have members from outside Europe or outside Italy. They join us via Zoom.
Ah, good. So I could come and visit your Torino club in the hybrid.
For sure.
Very good. Caterina, please tell us a bit about you and your club.
You can visit us in Athens too, dear David, and in Chios, because I am Caterina Ioannidou, and I have the joy and honor to be the president of the Hellenic Toastmasters Club. It's a major club of Athens since 2011, and also the VP of not yet chartered Chios Club, but about to be chartered.
Wow. Okay,
yes.
Good, wonderful.
So both clubs we do hybrid meetings, and we have members from New York, members from Crete, members from many places outside.
Wow. Wonderful. And Paco, tell us a bit about your club.
Thank you, David. Hello, everyone. Hello, audience. I'm a proud member of Vienna Toastmaster Club. We are based in Vienna. Our club right now has 42 members. We have one more member joining in May, so we'll be 43 in total. Our club is very diverse. As you commented, the club is very heterogeneous. We have people from Vienna and also from other countries, from different fields, different ages. So it's a very diverse and heterogeneous group. So I'm very happy to be in that club. We, as I read, our club was created in 1978. So this is our 45 years. So it's 2 years more than me. So it's already a long time. And this year I've been taking the role of president. This is my first time as a president. And so far the experience has been very positive and very rewarding. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. That's great. So we have all 4 of your clubs have, as I've confirmed or mentioned just before, 10 out of 10 points on the DCP. So congratulations. That's certainly an achievement for your clubs. And I'm sure you have a team of people and some ideas that you'd like to share with us tonight. So the first thing I want to ask is, what do you think has really contributed to this club's success for the DCP this year? Maybe there was one thing, maybe there's a couple of things, but Caterina, you can go first. I see you nodding your head there. So share with us some of your insights.
Thank you, David, because yes, the answer, the most simple answer to this is members. The club is our members, and the club committee needs to work together with the members and listen to them and feel the vibe, feel what the members want, what the club needs to get stronger and for each of us to evolve, and also the club to have a good atmosphere, to the members to give speeches, to care about coming to the meetings and all that. I think we did that job very well this
Very
year,
well. Yeah.
all working together as a team. And I'm putting the club members first here.
Wonderful. Okay, this is strategy number one. Thank you. Vanessa, what about in your club?
In our club, actually, we consistently reaching the 10 points every year. So I have joined the club for 4 years now, and we're always achieving them.
Okay.
I think it is, first of all, the members, but also the work of the committee, because you really need the strategy to go with it, and you need to start from the beginning of the year of the Toastmasters. So everyone, what we do, we work very closely as a committee, but we also have split roles, responsibilities. So the finance should be paid at the time. This is the easy. And the membership, the VP membership and the VP personal relationships, they built all the strategy, how to bring new members in. And of course, membership and membership education and mentorship. They work together then to bring the people on speed and get started in giving the speeches, because the major part of the DCP points are the educational goals.
Mhm.
So we make sure that everyone reaches the goal, and also help the members understand that the more they're progressing, they also help the club progressing. And this is, I think, very important for everyone to understand.
Okay, great. What about you, Paco?
Yeah, thank you, David. I was thinking also, as Katerina mentioned, that it's very important the motivation and the engagement of the members. And then to achieve that level, I think we also have a previous work in the background now when we are meeting the officer team and we are analyzing the document of the club success plan. So we have, I will highlight the first feature would be to have a purpose, to have a plan, a clear plan with observable goals, and then being consistent. So we have a monthly regular officer meeting. So we are meeting every month, but then we have a fluent communication through WhatsApp group. Then during the meeting also we are updating all the new events or acknowledgement that we are achieving. So we are keeping some continuity. And as a strategy, I will mention that we are monitoring the goals. No, for example, you already mentioned about the educational goals, which is most of the goals in the DCP, they are educational. So we created a document to track where is every member, to see in every moment after the meeting. So this member already complete this level. This member have 2 speeches to complete this level, and then we try to follow up. No, so if we see a member that they are about to complete a level that we need for the DCP, so we encourage them to go ahead, and then we try to be sure like everyone have opportunity to request speeches. No, this year one of our challenges is that to find space to allocate everyone's request. No, so we added an extra speech slot in every meeting, and also we are adding every month, not every month, but eventually we have some extra meetings. So for example, next month in May, we have a speech marathon. And in this meeting, we are only focusing on speeches. So we will have 6 speeches. So in that case, in that way, we can be sure like everyone can achieve the personal goals. Okay. And finally, I will also mention the acknowledgement. To be as a part of the monitor, we also have to monitor when somebody is achieving a goal. No, but not only about Toastmaster goal, but it can be a non-related goal. For example, today, as you mentioned, David, the marathon, we have like at least 5 or 6 members running today. So we also acknowledge that achievement. No? So also in social goals or in social event, we also be sure like every member is also enjoying this acknowledgement. No?
Experience, yeah. Great. And Paolo, please, your club in Torino, what's your strategy?
Yes, David. I have to reply with a mix of the other answer, but As you may know, Toastmaster Torino has obtained the Distinguished President Club for 6 years in a row. And for sure, my first fear at the beginning of my mandate was to not achieve this goal. Fortunately, with my team, we can achieve this goal. So our strategy is, like we are Italian, we like to eat, to drink, to talk, of course. So a warm welcome aperitivo at the beginning, a positive environment help us to the membership for our member. A dedicated team help us with training and administrating or mentoring our members. Of course, as being a mature club, we can achieve the different levels in education. But the success, for sure, is shared with my team. So the energy of the club is due to many factors. ExCom discusses a lot. Every decision, like organizing the dinner after the meeting or a special event like Paco says, is shared with all the club. For example, our change of the headquarters was voted by the club. Everyone has been informed along the decision-making process. This is our secret, for example.
Okay, wow. So I hear from your club, Vanessa and Paolo, 4 years and 6 years in a row. So as you say, you inherit the responsibility,
exactly,
but also the pressure to maintain that again. And of course, maybe the Hellenic club, Caterina, was that also you've also achieved in the past too, high numbers. I think for 551, because I'm part of Paco's club as his VPE, but I think we've been 8, 9, or 10 in the last years as well. But certainly that's a strong achievement to be able to say, well, yes, 6 years in a row, we're aiming for 6, we're aiming for 4, we're aiming for multiple. So I guess that tells me, if we think about your clubs are 10, 15 and years old, that it's sort of a longer term strategic idea of the club, the ethos of the club. So yes, you've inherited a role this year, but you've really thought about, as a club, this is something we want to do each year. So we don't lose, in some clubs, you sort of get a new membership, you get a new officers team in and things drop or things change or they shift and improve. So reading between the lines a little bit, I think I see that your clubs are probably strategically focused. There's a longer vision. That's what you said too, Paco, that there needs to be a purpose. There needs to be a vision behind this year. So I think we should take a moment to learn from Paolo, Vanessa, and Caterina and try to make sure that next year and the year after and the year after, it's a 10 out of 10 experience. And so also hearing members, food, drink, experiences, social gatherings. It's not just to turn up and do some speeches club. It sounds like quite an enticing place to invite people to community and to really come together. Would you say that this is a off the topic question, but is there a word to describe your club, like community, or I don't know, a word in Italian, a word in English or German or in Greek that you would use to describe your clubs?
For us, it's friendly and positive atmosphere.
Positive, good, friendly and positive. Yeah.
In Italian, amichevole, ambiente amichevole, positive ambient to share everyone.
Beautiful. Yeah. And Vanessa, what about you?
Yes, I would say the same. It's a very friendly and warm atmosphere where everyone really lifts his spirit to come.
Yeah, good. And Paco?
I will also remark the component of belonging and variety. I think if you see, you are a member also of our club, you see so many different people with different activities, interests, hobbies, topic to talk. So it's a very nice atmosphere, and also you can feel belong very quickly. I had the experience for new members after being in a couple of meetings as a member. They feel really engaged and connected to other members. I hope that we can keep that value in the next years.
Yeah. How long have each of you been a Toastmaster? In how many years have you been a Toastmaster? So Paco?
I've been member since October 2021.
2021, good.
And that was actually connected to my purpose to connect. No, I was in Vienna for 1 year. It was during COVID, lockdown, so it was very difficult to find a community. And for the well-being, it's very important to feel connected to a group. I think in that case, I thought I could improve my public speaking skills, but also I can find a connection with a community. No?
Yeah, absolutely. How long for you, Katarina? How long have you been a member of Toastmasters?
Me, I joined the Hellenic as a visitor, as a guest, at the first Zoom meeting during the Greek quarantine. So it was March of 2020, and instantly I knew that this was
It was for you. Yeah.
Yes, that fitted me very well. And I joined in April 2020.
Okay, good. And Vanessa, what about you?
For me, it was the same. I joined shortly before the pandemic, so beginning of 2020.
Okay, good. And Paolo?
218.
2018. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Before pandemic.
Before the pandemic. Yeah. But not too long before. So that's good.
Not too long.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you. I joined too for community, and that's obviously very clear in each of your clubs. There's a strong sense of friendship, vibrant community, which I think is really lovely. So, yeah, wonderful. So three of the clubs, really, you've done it year on year. So my next question is, if you were to do it all over again next year, knowing where your clubs are obviously at, the members, who's doing what in way of speeches, what learnings would you share with the next executive committee? I don't know whether you plan to stay in your committee, run again, or do something different, but what are the learnings for you, either in your role? So you might share, as I feel this, or just in general, if you were mentoring the next group, or you will be in a couple of months after election. So what are you going to share with them as an insight? Maybe Paolo, you'd like to go first this time.
So, as we told before, the complexity of an heterogeneous group of people is to allow everyone to express their idea, and even any dissent must be addressed immediately. I do not hide that along this year, our EXCOM has to face a couple of bad situations or complicated situations, but we managed to unblock because we talk a lot. We share decisions. I insist the value of transparency as a suggestion, and certainly also consider the value of listening. As leader, we have to understand how to listen and when to listen. Another thing that we have done well this year is to work with the others club in our area. Our EXCOM shared a lot. Our 10th anniversary were after the area contest, so we have more than 60 people in the room. Every club in the area were with us to this party. Our EXCOM faced a lot of challenge, but attending the area council meeting helps area to work together. So transparency and listening may be two secrets to share with other EXCOM.
Yeah, and this connection with the area as well. So that sounds like a strong purpose. Yeah. Katarina, would you like to share some thoughts?
Yes, David. From my side, as a president, my advice to the next president of the Hellenic Toastmaster Club would be to keep delegating. I did that a lot. I like that a lot. My leadership style during the Understanding Your Leadership Style project was 40% democratic and 40% authoritative. That's a little bit contradictory, but it worked. And I would stick to the same strategy, maybe little less micromanagement, which is a thing that I think I have improved during this year a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes. And more to get the club to be more extrovert. to have more joint meetings, which we have organized now for this couple of months.
Mhm.
We have organized events with joint meetings. We organizing a speakathon with the Hellenic American Union Club. But this would be the area to focus for next year, I think. The Hellenic Club to again go and have more joint meetings with other clubs.
Okay, yeah, good. I like that. The delegation side too. Paco, what about your thoughts, please?
Sure. As a part of the handover that we are doing soon for the next president, the next of 13, I think I would like to highlight the continuity, to analyze the good practices that we have been implementing this year and continue next year too. And the area that I would like to do better next time, I think this year we got 11 new members, which is a great achievement. However, I still feel like we can do a bit more to keep in prospective members' motivation to join. We have every meeting, we have at least 5 guests, and most of them, they have a really good feedback. I feel like they are very satisfied, really motivated. Some of them, they even express they want to join. However, we have to think about some strategies to follow up and don't let them to lose the motivation to join. In that case, we can think maybe more social event, like you already commented, to have meetings or social meeting that the guests can also come and join, and in this way we can keep this level of membership, because we always have to think on the future. We know that not everyone is going to renew in October, and we should keep a backup number, and I think it's good to keep this continuity and don't let this stop, this motivation stop. This would be the point that probably we need to work a bit more in the future.
Yeah, sure. And I hear that early stage of converting people across. That's something that all clubs, I'm sure, want to think about. And Vanessa, what about your thoughts for the next leadership committee as well?
Yeah, well, as Paco said, we have the recipe of success. So it is something that they should be followed. But the good thing is that once you own the processes, you can have more room for creativity. So this would give the possibility to the committee for the next year to be more creative, create more diverse events. Like Paco said again, this I liked. We do this as a lot. We organize also speakathons. When we want to practice social speeches, we organize an award dinner, or we make a party for our club and we make toasts. We had a celebration for 15 years last year, and this was a really nice event. Everyone got to practice the toast and the social speech, and actually having fun down the process.
Nice. So speaking of having fun and celebrating success, really my last question to you all is, how do you intend to celebrate this 10 out of 10 and maybe 6 years in a row, 4 years in a row, 1 year in a row, whatever it is, how do you, because I know from my work that teams that celebrate success, joy, are also long lasting as well. So any plans for parties, festivals, gatherings, long weekends? Paolo, would you share your thoughts?
This year we made a lot of celebration already, from the Christmas dinner and of course the 10th anniversary party. So we don't have a plan to.
No plan. Fair enough.
No plans, but every milestone of the pathways, of course, we make a public delivery of the certificate, so we can applaud the achievement and the success and rejoice together with our member. This is our story. For this 10 to 10 DCP, we don't have plans.
Cool, fair enough. And Paco, what about at 551? What are we going to do?
Well, we didn't discuss this yet. I think it's a topic that we need to include in our next officer meeting in May. Sure. I just announced in the part of the president closing, the part of the acknowledgement, we mentioned very briefly as acknowledgement, but we didn't have a special event to celebrate. So I think one of the first steps, I think we should celebrate in media. I will talk to the PPR if we can post a special post in social media to celebrate that and make visible the achievement. And then I will contact with the social chair and then plan if we can find a event, social event in May, and the theme of the event can be that, the celebration. Just an excuse to gather together, to have a social event, to have fun together, and that can be maybe the theme or the excuse to have this social event.
Absolutely. As long as we don't run anywhere, I'm fine and happy. Vanessa, what about you? How is your club going to celebrate or not celebrate? It really is, there's no expectation.
No, we're celebrating, definitely.
Okay.
We have it already planned. It is the last meeting of the committee of this year. It's going to be a party.
Wonderful.
Already planned, also free drinks.
Free drinks. Oh, that's good. Yes.
It belongs also to the celebration, right? And it will be a nice event with speeches dedicated to what happened last year, and a lottery, and I don't know what else is the agenda. It's surprise.
Okay, good. That sounds good. Yeah. Maybe you can send us some photos for one of the breaking news episodes. And Katerina, what about your club, the Hellenic Club? What are you going to do?
For us, David, since we are in Greece and the weather is wonderful during summer, we're going to celebrate our 400th meeting, which is coming very soon. And inside this celebration, we're going to celebrate also the 10 out of 10 DCP. And the idea that is now on the table, and I really second that, is to have a beach party.
Beach party. Yeah, nice. We have no beaches in Vienna, so we can't do that. But there's a fake beach in Vienna.
Maybe to join us.
Oh, very nice. But that's good. That's a real celebration, especially too at the time of the year as we venture into the summertime, which is wonderful. So Vanessa, Paolo, Paco, and Katerina, thank you so much for being on Breaking News. And I say, publicly that if other club leaders, I'm sure, want to get in touch with you, use Easy Speak, find your details through the network and get in touch. I'm sure, we can all learn from successful clubs like yours. And then year on year, that was the surprise for me tonight to learn about your clubs, which is fantastic. So there's clearly some really good things going on that, those highlights that you shared with us tonight around community, friendship, food, bringing people in, having a good atmosphere, being able to acknowledge success as it happens, I think is a really good recipe. So maybe across District 109, we can see even more strength in numbers next year as well. So have a lovely evening, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, there we go. So wonderful to have 4 magnificent leaders sharing their stories. So if you're watching this live, there's 2 people on now. Thank you. Feel free to comment. And likewise, if you're watching this later on YouTube, because we certainly noticed that the number of views goes up in the weeks following. So learn from these successful leaders and what strategies they've used to be able to really make sure that the club atmosphere is a great one. I think we can continue to see our passion beyond borders, passion within our clubs really move forward this year, but also in the years to come, because the year is not over, as was highlighted. So we really have 2 strong months to go, which may mean you could get 1 or 2 extra points, get together with your committee if you're a leader, and see what you can score in the next couple of months. As Paco's VPE, I can also say, for the VPEs out there, be on top when someone finishes a level. Score that, put it into Club Central, and those pending requests, don't let them build up, get them in there, because as we get closer to the Toastmasters year, there is a cutoff, and there are thousands of clubs in the Toastmasters universe. So you don't want to be doing it at the last minute. You want to get in early. So to finish up, let's have a look at weather for tomorrow, highlighting some of the clubs from tonight. In Athens, 21 cloudy with some sunshine. Ankara, 16 sunny and cloudy. Jerusalem, 22 and sunny. Ljubljana looks like it's unfortunate there, 14 and rain. Nicosia, 25 and sunny. Torino, 21 with a bit of cloud and sunshine. Sofia, 19 and showers there. Birkirkara, 21 and sunny. Vienna, 14 and showers as well, light showers. And in Zurich, there 12 and showers as well. So it's been a wonderful episode. It's always lovely to be part of breaking news. And if you have any news that you'd like to share, please reach out to us at d109prm@gmail.com. d109 prm@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you and be able to bring you on. Maybe you have something special going on, and like the Hellenic Club, 400 meetings coming up. That sounds fantastic. So maybe your club is doing something similar. So thanks for joining me tonight. I'm David Corcoran. See you again.